Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Back.
Getting money in the hood, straight drop. You can get it if it's good, straight drop. Gang, no sugar, straight drop. Straight drop. This that straight drop. Yeah, I'm back. Get the strap, I think I'm 50 Cent. Glock 40 with the dick, that's that extended clip. King stepper, side stepper, yeah, CYC. Been stepping before stepping was the Shia. If I'm ever in your section, then it's DIE. Applying pressure, bet these niggas gon' remember me. Ocean views, world news, blowing killer Cali. Counting racks, talking to my plug in the getting money.
Young Thug is scheduled to appear in court today in Georgia on gang-related charges. So the rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, was one of 28 people named in an indictment in that state. He's charged with conspiracy to violate the state's RICO Act and participation in criminal street gang activity. The indictment also includes fellow rapper Gunna, whose real name is Sergio Giovanni Kitchens.
Just learned minutes ago, Atlanta rapper Young Thug will not make an appearance today in court after all. He had appeared to be on the docket for 11 o'clock this morning. His case has been assigned now to Superior Court. He was arrested yesterday at his home in Buckhead. We've been combing through an 88-page indictment throughout the morning, and this is what we found so far. Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, is facing charges of conspiracy to violate the racketeering criminal law and criminal street gang activity tied to a larger indictment. Police say he, along with 27 others, have been named in that long report alleging they have ties to the street gang Young Slime Life. Young Thug is cited as a founder of the gang, which claims affiliation with the Bloods. It started out on Cleveland Avenue in southwest Atlanta. Atlanta rapper Gunna, whose given name is Sergio Kitchens, is also listed in this indictment. Gunna's facing similar charges and is listed as an associate of the Young Slime Life gang. The indictment ties Gunna to the gang, citing his very own music videos and social media as evidence. We've been combing through this report line by line. The case doesn't just stop there with Young Thug and Gunna. It also involves rapper YFN Lucci, whose legal name is Rayshawn Bennett. Lucci is currently in the Fulton County Jail serving time. We've been following his charges now for months. This new indictment says members of the YSL tried to stab and kill him with a shank while he was in jail. Lucci has been in jail since April of 2021 for violating his probation in a murder case. Another name you may recognize in all of this is Christian Eppinger. He's also named in this indictment as a YSL member. We've reported on him. APD says he shot an officer 6 times earlier this year. The officer survived, but Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis is pushing for Eppinger to get life behind bars because of his long criminal history.
Good morning, Mr. Jeffrey Williams. My name is Judge Rashida Oliver. You are here on a bench, what we call our bench warrant calendar for Fulton County Superior Court. Be aware that on this calendar, you are here because you have been indicted under 22 SC. I brought you forward so that you can be put on notice that for the felony charges that you received, you are to be presented before the judge, Honorable Judge Earl Glanville.
The rapper and 28 other defendants charged in a 56-count indictment alleging street gang activity, including robbery and murder.
Big B, Lil B, Slime, YSL, Crip Killer.
I got sisters and brothers to feed. I ain't going out like no idiot. I'm a OG.
But be aware that you have the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself while you are there and anywhere else. Anything that you say can be used against you. It is my understanding that you are being represented by Attorney Ryan Steele, and the District Attorney's Office, Don Geary, are also on. So I wanted to make sure that you were fully aware of that. Eddie Geary, is there anything else that you would need to add? And then I will hear from Attorney Brian Steele.
Judge, respectfully, I think you've already stated that there's not a bond issue. There's not really a first appearance other than you're verifying his counsel, which would handle the first appearance issue. One thing I want to put on the record, Judge, and thank you for giving me the opportunity, is at an appropriate time, we're going to file an objection or notice of objection to Attorney Steele. While he's a brother attorney, he has represented multiple people on the indictment, and we feel that a conflict would exist, and we just want the record clear on that. At the appropriate time, we'll move forward with that.
All right, anything, Attorney Steele?
But the offense here is Mr. Williams is only indicted on count 56 and count 1, which is a criminal street gang activity and a conspiracy to commit racketeering. And both of those, I believe, are within your breast to set bond, and I would like bond to be heard by your honorable court. As far as the conflict, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, thank you. And certainly, go ahead, Attorney Steele, I want to make sure I hear you out.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you. And as far as the conflict, Mr. Geary, as well as District Attorney Willis have explained that to me, and I believe that if they file the right motion, a hearing will be held. And under the law, this is not an actual conflict of interest. It is a potential conflict of interest which can be waived, and I believe that will happen.
All right, thank you. Attorney Steele, I certainly understand, and if I were sitting solely as a magistrate, I believe you would be correct with the stating of the law itself. There is a specific delegation order for which I am operating under that indicates that the authority to set bail is simply not delegated for any case, regardless of the charges involved, that has been indicted and assigned to the docket of a Superior Court judge, and that is the order in which I am following. And so because I am doing so, I'm not at liberty to do a bond unless I have some additional authority to do so. And at this time, I do not. So unfortunately, you will have to submit your motion for a bond directly to the Superior Court judge that is handling this case, which is Judge Earl Glanville. So
I will do it, Your Honor.
Right, certainly. So the order of the court on today is that he's been put on notice. He's not gotten a first appearance in that particular situation because he is indicted. He is not subject just to a warrant, and it was not a warrantless arrest. So that is where we stand at this time.
This screaming for the other side. For the nigga. I'ma ride for my nigga. Hey.
He is one of 27 people charged in an 88-page indictment that includes murder, robbery, and assault charges.
The Fulton County DA's office says it worked for more than a year on this case in collaboration with Atlanta police, whom we saw out last night in what seemed like a massive presence in the heart of Buckhead. In telling our story, we use exclusive video, but also 2 one-on-one interviews we did with DA Fonnie Willis and with a man who identified himself as Young Thug's father.
This indictment is significant beyond the celebrity of Young Thug.
Absolutely. This indictment is significant because it targets 28 people who decided to become involved in a criminal street gang and really do havoc in our community.
I think my son has been unfairly linked to a lot of things. But, you know, it's up to us to prove it.
Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis and the father of the Jeffrey Williams, also known as Young Thug.
I'm going to fight for him to the end. I'm his father. That's what I do.
Countless fans may know Young Thug as a music star, but a new indictment of him and 27 others paints him as one of the founders of YSL. What is YSL?
It's a business. It's a record label.
It is also a business and a record label. YSL is an acronym for Young Slime Life, and it is a hybrid gang that operates here in Atlanta, and it's an affiliate of the Blood Gang.
Young Thug's charged with conspiracy to violate the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act and participation in criminal street gang activity, as Attorney Brian Steele.
I'll tell you the response to any allegation is Mr. Williams committed no crime whatsoever, and we will fight to my last drop of blood to clear him.
He's not the only one we got video of Monday night in Buckhead. Martinez Arnold's also accused of the RICO conspiracy. Young Thug's dad says Arnold, a.k.a. Duke, was the first artist signed by YSL, and he believes him innocent. The indictment alleges a variety of crimes, including, from our reading, 3 murders, including that of Donovan Thomas.
It's extremely significant. It occurred back in 2015, and what myself and any law enforcement member can tell you, as a result of that, the back and forth gun violence and murders that have occurred have probably been in excess of 50 since 2015, triggered by that and the back and forth between that gang and other gangs.
The DA's office says neither Young Thug nor Arnold is accused of the murders, though Young Thug allegedly rented a car used in the Thomas murder.
I want any parent that has lost a child to the street violence, any parent that wants to join me in marching on street violence, because these are our kids. These are our kids out here that's being misled.
I am upset by the influence that all of these older men's conduct has on children.
This collaboration is representative of the partnership with the Atlanta Police Department and the DA's office on our aggressiveness and going after gang members.
How many months of work went into this?
Since the day I got here, so 15 months.
Now, the dad said, how can we stop someone from saying, I'm YSL? Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labatt said, because of alleged friction between YSL and other gangs and the number charged, he is planning to house some of those named in the indictment at other jails, and Young Thug has already been sent to another county jail. There's much more in this lengthy indictment. Look for more stories in the future. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
2 questions specific to YSL. With the 20-some people arrested here or named, how big is this gang? Is that a good portion of the gang here operating in Atlanta, and how long were you investigating them?
If you look at the indictment, the crimes that are alleged within it go all the way back from 2012 to 2022. I wouldn't say that it contains every act of crime that YSL committed. It is a significant gang that operates here in Atlanta, Georgia, and not every member became a defendant within this indictment, but certainly a significant amount did, and certainly some of the leadership, which is what's most important. We're not going to just target the children that are running out at the direction of leaders and target leaders.
We've just learned Gunna, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, was booked sometime in the last few hours on a RICO charge. He could have a first appearance before a judge this morning. So this comes less than 24 hours after Young Thug appeared in court on these charges for the first time. More than 25 people are listed on the same indictment as Young Thug, and in it, prosecutors used the rapper's own lyrics as evidence. Ariana Manise in studio with us this morning to walk us through the very latest on this one. The layers just keep on getting peeled back on this one, Ariana.
That's correct, Aisha. Many of the charges related to the indictment point to Young Thug's rap lyrics as well as social media posts as evidence.
Gunna turned himself in to the Fulton County Jail this morning in connection to racketeering and drug charges in a sweeping indictment that was handed down Monday.
One Fulton County attorney says it will be a difficult case to beat. Fox 5's Joy Dukes has more on why.
In a press conference Tuesday, Fulton County DA Fani Willis said her office has prosecuted at least 4 or 5 RICO cases since her term began. And we spoke with a local defense attorney who formerly worked in the Fulton County DA's office about the challenges and advantages that lie ahead for prosecutors building this case. RICO charges have been filed and arrests made in a widespread racketeering case that names Atlanta rappers Young Thug, also known as Jeffrey Williams, and Gunna, also known as Sergio Kitchens, plus 26 other members of their group, YSL.
We'll ask on the different charges for the maximum penalties, and there's obviously many people that are looking at life under this indictment.
Criminal defense attorney Manny Aurora, who once worked in the DA's office that filed those charges, says doing so through the RICO Act, which stands for Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organization. organization is a strategy that's become increasingly popular in the effort to prosecute individuals deemed gang members.
Charging somebody in a gang statute or under a RICO statute makes it much easier to convict them because you get to bring in so much extra character evidence.
Fulton DA Fani Willis saying at Tuesday's news conference it's a tool she believes in.
It allows juries and the communities to see the complete picture of a crime so they can truly be educated and have facts to weigh when they're making decisions.
Under the RICO statute, charges any of the defendants face individually can be shared.
You've got so many defendants, no matter what number 28 did, is going to go back on number 1, even if they'd never met each other.
Devin Rafis, who is an attorney with Aurora's law firm, says while the scope of evidence in a RICO case this size can make keeping up with the evidence a challenge for prosecutors, it could also open the door for prejudice against the defense. This indictment includes song lyrics from Williams.
It should be protected under the First Amendment as constitutional free speech, right? The problem is they use that and they bring it in and say, well, he talked about committing murder or doing drugs in this lyric that he wrote, so he must have done it.
With the seriousness of the charges, Aurora predicts it's unlikely any of the defendants will be granted bond. Willis also said that the public can expect to see the Fulton County DA's office bring RICO case indictments against other street gangs that they've identified as well in the near future. In Atlanta, Joy Dukes, Fox 5 News.
May I have a brief moment, Judge?
Yes, of course. And I don't want to rush you. I don't want to rush either side.
I just want to get the relevant authority for you to show that it's within the jurisdiction of the Superior Court.
Oh, thank you.
And Mr. Smith, you can check your email. I sent you.
And for everybody here for the 11:30 calendar, we'll get started soon. I appreciate everybody's patience. We'll resolve this case one way or the other in the next several minutes.
Your Honor, I just want to clarify that which case are we dealing with right now?
It's position 14 on the first appearance warrant calendar. It's 22 SC 182273.
Thank you.
Yes. And good morning to you, Ms. Mackey.
Good morning, Your Honor.
It does give this schedule. It's signed by Judge Brasher as the Chief Judge of the Superior Court of Fulton County Atlanta Judicial Circuit. One of the things that it says is that the judges of the Superior Court of Fulton County Atlanta Judicial Circuit hereby order and authorize the delegation of the authority to set bonds to magistrate and state courts. And I want to say to you, Mr. Kitchens, I'm a magistrate court judge. The delegation of the authority to set bonds to magistrate and state court judges for a period of 1 year, so we're still under that year, pursuant to OCGA 176(1)H.
I don't have a copy of the delegating order. I still maintain that you have concurrent jurisdiction both by statute and by the uniform rules. And I'm not sure that Judge Brasher necessarily was absolutely depriving you of the ability to do it, because there's plenty of cases where magistrates do it. We have no word from Judge Glanville saying that, with a 26 defendant case, he's gonna, suspend everything else, the important matters that he has, and deprive the magistrate of, your expertise to grant bonds. And especially, as I said, in a case like this where, the defendant's in custody, he turns himself in, voluntarily surrenders, there's no allegations of violence, there's no allegations of flight, no allegations of any danger to the community. And, Judge Glanville, for all we know, is gonna, set this down for a hearing sometime in June or July, because it's just a 26 defendant case. And I think that, given your authority, let the prosecution appeal if they want to appeal the granting of bond in this case. They have the authority to appeal, and see if Judge Glanville, he may very well welcome having you give him assistance.
First of all, I want to say good afternoon to you all. Thank you all for coming. First of all, I want to say good afternoon to you all. Thank you all for coming out. I want to acknowledge the DA and Fulton County Sheriff. We're here today to speak on the arrest of Jeffrey Williams that in collaboration with Fulton County DA's office and the Fulton County Sheriff on yesterday. This collaboration is representative of the partnership with the Atlanta Police Department and the DA's office on our aggressiveness in going after gang members. The mayor, as well as the DA, gave a interview on last week expressing their concerns about what we were seeing in our city and how we would go after any offender. And at the direction of the DA taking the lead on us yesterday, making sure that we were able to get one of our top offenders off of the street. In partnership with them, utilizing our tactical teams, we were able to go out to the individual's location and arrest him without any significant consequences to him or any other parties at the house. And so with that, I'll turn it over to the DA.
Thank you, Chief Bryant. Today, I'm joined by the Atlanta Police Chief, Chief Rodney Bryant, as well as my sheriff and our sheriff, Sheriff Patrick Labatt. We are here today about a grand jury indictment that was returned that included not just Jeffrey Williams, which is of some notoriety and media attention, but about 28 defendants.
This morning, the rapper whose real name is Jeffrey Williams Jr. was arrested Monday on a 56-count racketeering indictment.
That indictment alleges his YSL record label is a criminal street gang that has committed murder, assault, and threats of violence. Good Day's Mark Teichner has our developing story. He joins us live from the Fulton County Jail, and that's where Young Thug is being held. Mark, good morning.
Yeah, being held, waiting for that first court appearance, tentatively set for 11:30 this morning, as these charges are extremely detailed and very, very serious. You're looking at Young Thug's mugshot. The Fulton County District Attorney claims the rapper, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams Jr., is part of a gang that used violence, drugs, and even murder to make money. Williams is one of 28 suspected members of the Young Slime Life charged with racketeering. He also faces criminal street gang charges. The 88-page, 56-count indictment lists more than 180 acts YSL members allegedly committed going back to January 2013. Williams' name comes up 35 times, including allegedly renting a car that was used in a murder, making terroristic threats while being kicked out of Perimeter Mall, receiving stolen guns, possession with intent to distribute meth, hydrocodone, and marijuana when he was arrested by Brookhaven police, and being part of a traffic stop in which police found numerous weapons, including an AK-47 with a 30-round magazine. The indictment claims Williams used his music, videos, and social media posts to spread YSL's power and territory. According to the indictment, YSL started in 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area of southeast Atlanta, but has spread since then. YSL is accused of being affiliated with the Bloods gang. The indictment says its members identify themselves by using hand signals, tattoos, and clothing with YSL or slime written on them, and often wear red for Bloods, green for slime. Gunna also is being charged with racketeering. At this point, though, the folks here at the Fulton County Jail have not said if he has been booked in or not. Now, this hearing for Young Thug will take place this morning at 11:30. As you can imagine, Fox 5 will be there, and we'll let you know how it plays out later on in the day. Reporting live from the Fulton County Jail, I'm Mark Teichner for Good Day Atlanta.
Very big story that a lot of folks are going to be watching.
Fuck them, I'm grinding, I'm trying to get millions. Stack it all up, let it powder the ceiling. Stack it all up, let it pop for my children. Try to take that and I swear that I kill you. I do this shit, get my life like a movie. Braid on your head, get your hit like the movies. Glock with the switch, that bitch shoot like a Uzi. Brain out your head, shit be leaking and oozing. I'm CEO, yeah, I'm big on no Gucci. I just 3 up that road for some dude shit. Came on and ran them bands up like I'm Boosie. I'm still on 6 year parole, so I'm cool. And POB be all on my dick like a groupie. All of my shooters retarded, no drooling. 100 round clips, big old guns go through. Get pop a perk 30, don't feel like I'm moving. Riding that farmer, just me hating ooh shit. Only the family, cause niggas be goofies. Talking that shit, but they straight attitude. And these nigga bitches straight dick in the booty. I know some niggas be itching to shoot it. Run up and put about 6 in his coupe. The